Hello everypony, Dale over here, and we are on part 2 of how I feel that the young main 6 is not the next generation that's going to take over after the main 6. If you haven't seen part 1, go and see part 1. So, like, warning for pictured from Google that is not mine, and warning also for spoilers for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and my own personally opinions. So if you don't like stuff like this, click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So we left off with me talking about, like, I wanted to talk about the items, and here you see the pillars items that was handed to them, I guess, from a previous generation, and the items they used to make the Tree of Harmony, like all of these items needed to be gathered to make the Tree of Harmony. So, like, I think like that is a pretty big deal and something that is definitely worth to take into account of, like, how the magical items went through generations and who got the magical items. Because, like, here we see what the magical items is actually capable of doing. Like, this is the chicken that Pinkie Pie gets as her magical item, and I think, like, the pillars items and the main 6's items is the same. Because, like, I think the way that the Tree of Harmony was built was almost in the same way as this, just with, like, it being a seed instead of being a box. But yeah, that's maybe a whole other video for this. But yeah, I think, like, the magic of the items is something that you unlock when you become, like, more in tune with your element. And we also see, like, the main 6 going through some storylines to unlock their magical items. So I think, like, the pillars have been through such stuff before to get theirs. But then we see here that they become keys, of course, and they can unlock the box, and, like, the magical castle comes up from the ground and stuff like that. And that's actually how I think, like, the Tree of Harmony was also being coming into this world, or how to say that, of My Little Pony. Like, they planted the seed and it sprouted and it became the Tree of Harmony, with the items then reverting back to what they were before they were keys. And here is some other items that I also think is really important and has the same magical ability as the other items, if that makes any sense. And this is the pillars grandparents or something, or in, like, line way before the pillars and stuff like that. There's the crown from the griffins that's definitely older than the pillars, because, like, we see that the griffin from Griffinstone, the leader, uses this crown and stuff like that. So I am in the belief of this being, like, the items that were meant for the young main 6. And we also see later on, like, they uphold the magical power when they take the items out and, like, free Starlight from, like, Cozy Glow's insane spell, or how to say that. But I also think, like, these items has potential of being keys that can open something that might look like the box, but might look like something else. But then I also got the idea for items that could actually be evil and also look like the main 6's items that is magical and could maybe have been the items that made discord. Now, like, we know that the magical items could make such a thing like the Tree of Harmony, the castle for Twilight. Why couldn't like magical items make something evil? Like Discord, I know like he gets reformed later, but like I think like his true origins was that he was supposed to be evil, and I think maybe these items are what are supposed to be keys to unlocking this. And I know like I have an item from the movie, and maybe that's not a factor, so like we can cross that out, and that's also why it didn't work and why it made Discord instead of like the evil castle that they were meant to build. But I think like I have a good selection of items, because like we have the Necronomicon book. I'm just going to call that the evil spell book, and it looks like the book that Stars World is using, and also is one of the magical original items that there's the bell, there's the eye, there's the Alicorn amulet, there's the goblet from the griffins, and then there's the stone from the Sea Ponies. But like I'm not sure about the stone from the Sea Ponies. As I said, like that's from the movie, not from the show. So but I am sure about like the 5 other items being things that could actually be an item that could become a key. So like the evil ones could unlock something that was disharmony, ergo discord. But yeah, I know like it couldn't be like the nightmare moon, the Tantipus stuff, because like that is a part of Luna and something that she's working with. I know it couldn't be Sombra, because like we see him being formed afterwards. I'm a little in doubt if it could be the Pony of Shadows too that they were trying to make, because like we don't like the Pony of Shadows is so old, and like it could be interesting if that was actually the one thing that was made instead of Discord. Like it was just pure intense evil, or how to say that was made with like these evil items and stuff like that. It was Shadow, and we know like the Shadow Pony and Sombra has no connections, even though like that would have been making more sense. But yeah, sadly no. But we know that that is not true, and let's move on. Like here you see what the items, or like what the Shadow Pony is capable of, and look at this. It looks like he's Alicorn. So like I think the power from the Alicorn amulet is one of the stronger ones that fused with the Shadow Pony, if it is the items that made the Shadow Pony itself. But yeah, maybe that's just me, and let's move on. We have the magical crown here, and the magical elements of harmony that the main 6 gets, because like they get more in tune with their magical abilities and stuff like that, and all of these change and get discarded when Twilight ascends to becoming a Alicorn. So like they're not a part of the show no more. But I actually think like maybe they had the potential of being keys too, but like I think the main 6 themselves, within themselves, or how to say that, is the ones that are capable of making keys, or how to say that. But yeah, here we see like Twilight's new crown, and I think like the way that it could be into the future is that the newer main 6 are going to get a crown each, for each of the elements. So like I don't know how that would work, but Twilight's crown actually splitting up into 6 or into 7. But I don't know about this idea because like we know that the crown is from 2 alicorns, Celestia and Luna. So maybe it will only split up into 2 again, but I'm not sure. And here is the picture of like the young main 6 taking out the magical items of Cozy Glow's spell. And that's also why I thought like they were going to be the original ones to take over the main 6's role, or how to say that. And I was really surprised when I saw these new ponies, or how to say that, with the thing going on, because like I was just like, okay, that means that the young main 6 is actually the pillars, and the pillars are going to teach the new young main 6 to become the main 6. And then it becomes a little complicated because like there's also Twilight that needs to teach like the new one that's becoming the princess of whatever, the whole thing, or how to say that. So yeah, I don't know, like I think like what was the original idea about this was that the one to take over Twilight's place was actually the new pony that we see in the show, like in the end of the season. And yeah, I could see that. Like I could definitely roll with that, but I am still like a little baffled why like the young main 6 is the taking up the mantle for the pillars and not the main 6 themselves. That the new main 6 are going to take up the pillar mantle for the old main 6, or how to say that. But before I ramble on too much, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope like you guys had fun. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones, and that's actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.